The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, that's the craziest thing about 1883 is that you don't have to do any dramatic embellishment. Doesn't have to be any fucking with the truth. That is literally what went down. Those people literally came here. You were telling me on the phone that what percentage of the people that made the trek across couldn't even speak English?
You know, something like 40%. You know, they used to come in from, they would come into, and of course what our government was doing was we needed people for a multitude of reasons after the Civil War. So many of the workforce had been killed, you know, 1 point something million soldiers died that we know of. We don't know how many other civilians. So we needed people. We needed people to settle the West because Manifest Destiny basically said, hey, there's all this land we bought from whoever we bought it from, France, I guess, the Louisiana Purchase. And we can't settle it because every time we try, the Lakota or the Comanche kick the shit out of us. So we should send a bunch of Central Europeans and Eastern Europeans over there and let them get in the middle of it. And so in all of these, and you can look up, if you were to put it into the computer, you can pull up all of these pamphlets they would put out and ads they would put out in newspapers in Romania and Norway, obviously Ireland, did it everywhere, Germany, and said, come, free land.
Yeah.
Come get your free land. And when I started researching it, there were people that would come from areas where it was against the law to swim. They were not allowed to swim.
Wow.
No one knew how to swim.
It was against the law to swim.
Against the law to swim.
What the fuck? That seems so insane. What seems so insane, what really struck me, I mean, I did a lot of thinking about that show last night. Like it ended, I did my binge. I ended the binge at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And, at nighttime I do some of my most fucked up thinking because everyone is asleep in my house. It's just me, and I generally do most of my writing when everyone's asleep. And I was just thinking, that's 140 years ago. That's nothing. I'm 56 years old. When I was in high school, it was in 1983. So that was 100 years ago. I was a sophomore in high school. So 100 years is nothing. 100 years before that, you make your way across the country on a fucking wagon and you get free land.
Yeah.
100 years. That's so short a period of time. It's so hard for us to really appreciate how recent that is. And how fucking insane the change in this country over such a short period of time has been.
Meteoric.
Meteoric.